This is the Michael Brian Show. Inspire, empower, and educate with Honesty Liller. Honesty, what have you overcome or achieved?
Heroin addiction in general, but specifically heroin addiction.
Tell the story of what your struggle or achievement was. What was it like?
Heroin addiction sucked. I did drugs for 14 years from age 12 to 26, but the last 9 of those was heroin and other opiates. It was pretty miserable. It was a disgusting way to live. And I harmed myself and all those that I loved in the process of that. So it was pretty bad.
What did it take to overcome something like that then? Like, did you have to take any particular steps?
Sure. I moved into the McShin Foundation. It's a recovery community organization in Richmond, Virginia. So I lived in recovery housing with other women like me. And I got on like a 10-day detox so I wouldn't be dope sick, on a medication as well. And just being surrounded, with people like me that trying to just get their life together without drugs.
It sounds pretty intense, the kinds of things that you would have to do. Are you able to give any examples?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to change your whole entire lifestyle. For using for so many years, my lifestyle was lying, cheating, stealing, doing a lot of inappropriate things, but I had to do what I had to do to get drugs, or I would be dope sick or going through withdrawal. So for me, throughout that process of recovery, it was learning how not to lie, learning how to accept myself as a woman. And I was actually already a mom because my daughter was born in withdrawal from my heroin use, and really just rethinking my brain on how to live on a day-to-day basis without having to steal or do drugs. But the biggest part is being surrounded by my peers and that peer-to-peer connection of lived experience.
What would you say were the 3 biggest lessons from everything that you've experienced?
Really learning how to love myself for the human that I am, and accepting the things that I've done and forgiving myself and forgiving others that have done stuff to me. And really, I don't really have too many others, but also living on a day-to-day basis, because we only have this one life, I truly believe, and I've lived 10 to 20 lifetimes in my active addiction. So I try to live the best life I can on a day-to-day basis.
So what would you do differently if you could do something different?
I get asked that a lot. Nothing. My addiction turned me into the woman that I am today, and the CEO and the entrepreneur, and many of things of all of the qualities that I learned while I was in active addiction, I use for good now.
How can people find out more about you, Honesty, if they wanted to enter your world?
I'm sure Instagram is Diary of a Woman in Recovery. I just published my first book, Scattered Pink. And the McShin Foundation is mcshin.org. And we're on Facebook and Instagram too. And then I'm on Facebook as Honesty Liller.
Thanks so much for being a guest on the show. Feel free to subscribe, share the show, leave a review wherever you are listening into your podcasts.